If you're considering a Bullmastiff as your next family companion, there are important things you must know before getting one. A true, gentle giant. The Bullmastiff has some pros and cons that we will be covering in today's video. The Bullmastiff is not a dog intruders might want to mess with. As most dogs, Bullmastiff are willing to risk their lives to protect their family. But talking about family, these dogs are big softies. Fact is, Bullmastiffs crave their family time and attention. Hello there. Welcome to the Dogverse. If you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe to our channel first for your daily dose of dog-related content. As we mentioned, in today's video, we will talk about the pros and cons of owning a Bullmastiff. So without further ado, let's dive in. Pros. 1. Great watchdog. Back in the 1800s, the Bullmastiff was used as a guard dog. They were prized for their ability to guard massive country estates with relative ease. But they were also known for protecting livestock and flocks from persistent poachers. Even though the Bullmastiff is a little nervous around strangers, he likely won't attack unless there's a serious threat upon his family. What you can expect is a loyal companion that'll spend hours near a window or door, keeping track of who's near his property. But just how did a Bullmastiff develop such a keen eye and ability to swiftly pounce upon approaching predators? To fully understand, you need to learn about the two breeds that make up the Bullmastiff, the Mastiff and the Bulldog. Both Bulldogs and Mastiffs have historically excelled as guard dogs. They're known to recognize outside threats quite easily and don't hesitate to attack or pin down strangers when their family is in danger. So, the Bullmastiff is the perfect combination of each. 2. Affectionate. The Bullmastiff is definitely not the type of dog that simply coexists with you and your family. He wants to be involved in nearly everything you do and will likely be by in your side almost every second of the day. He just wants to spend time with you no matter what you're doing. So, make it a point to include him in your family outings if you can. The Bullmastiff loves to cuddle and snuggle while you're watching TV and might even try to sneak up on your bed in the middle of the night. When it's playtime, he loves to build a bond with you through exercise. Even better is that he's always excited to see you. He'll most likely come prancing over to you the second he sees you walking up the driveway and greets you with an insane number of kisses and jumps. 3. Training requirements. The Bullmastiff does like to exercise here and there, but he doesn't require all that much exercise on a daily basis. He would much rather lie on the couch with you, cuddle up with your kids at nap time, and follow you around as you do your chores. For the most part, you should be okay giving your Bullmastiff one long walks every day. About 30 minutes of walking should be decent, but a little more exercise can help if your Bullmastiff seems to be a little more energetic than usual. When it is time to exercise, you need to limit the intensity of the exercise since your Bullmastiff has fragile joints. So, take it easy by just throwing a ball around the backyard or engaging in a short tug-of-war battle with your powerful Bullmastiff. 4. Family dog. The Bullmastiff seems a little intimidating to most, but he's known for being relatively calm and never rambunctious. While he does appreciate some exercise every once in a while, he's more likely to enjoy hanging around the house with his loving owners. Bullmastiffs are also devoted to their family members, and especially their owners. Most of the time, they demand personal attention from their owners. If you put in the time and effort to properly socialize your Bullmastiff from a young age, he'll likely get along well with strangers after a few introductions. However, he'll always be suspicious of new people around his family. So, if you want a dog who can guard you and your house, then Bullmastiff is a good breed for you. 5. Grooming. Even though the Bullmastiff sheds year-round, the shedding wouldn't be considered excessive. You just have to make sure that you're grooming him on a consistent basis to keep that tough Bullmastiff hair off of your furniture. A quick daily brush should be just fine to get rid of any loose hairs that are holding on for dear life. However, you might be able to get away with brushing your Bullmastiff only once a week if the shedding isn't too severe. In terms of bathing, you're in luck. The Bullmastiff only needs to be bathed a few times a year, unless he's the type of pup that loves to roll around in the dirt, mud, and grass. Cons. 1. Drool. The Bullmastiff has some of the greatest features of the Bulldog and the Mastiff, but he also has their drooling habits too. Since the Bullmastiff tends to have loose lips, he can't help but drool when he's hungry, thirsty, or just playing in the yard. As a Bullmastiff owner, you're always going to need a rag on hand to clean up drool splotches that find their way onto your furniture and floors. You might also want to invest in a doggy bandana or bib to catch slobber as it falls. 2. Separation anxiety. There's no doubt that your Bullmastiff's desire to be around you constantly is a great feature and makes you feel important, but it can also take a turn for the worse. That's especially the case when he develops separation anxiety. Your Bullmastiff definitely won't enjoy being alone for too long, so this isn't the right breed for you if you spend a lot of time at the office or away from home. Your Bullmastiff craves your attention and love, and without it, he gets very emotional. When dogs experience separation anxiety, they get sent into an intense panic. Your Bullmastiff might relieve himself indoors, whine and cry for hours until you get home, and even tear up your furniture. 3. Stubborn. The Bullmastiff isn't all that hard to train, but he might be a little reluctant to learn new rules at first. That's because he wants to see what he can get away with and is definitely going to push the boundaries you've set in place. To avoid the stubbornness, you need to work on training from the time your Bullmastiff is only a few months old. He needs to get the hang of the basic commands like sit and stay, while also knowing what he can and can't do in the house. Most importantly, you need to use positive reinforcement. The Bullmastiff typically doesn't respond too well to yelling or physical abuse, meaning he might get aggressive or see you as an enemy after a few bad interactions. 4. Strong leadership. Since the Bullmastiff is a little stubborn and likes to test your rules, he's going to see what he can get away with. That means he might try to assert himself as the leader of the house unless you have something to say about it. If you even bend the slightest bit, he'll take it and run with it. Before you know it, you have a Bullmastiff telling you when he eats, when he goes out to play, and what furniture he's allowed to tear up. So you need to be a confident leader that's willing to put him in his place. That means puppy classes might be a good idea when he's young. When you go to puppy classes, your Bullmastiff will learn some new commands, but you'll also be taught how to be a dog owner. The Bullmastiff is definitely better in the hands of an experienced dog owner that knows how to build a relationship with a dog. 5. Diet. Because the Bullmastiff is a low-energy dog with a nearly insatiable appetite, he's more likely to develop obesity than some other breeds. That means you need to keep a close eye on what you feed your Bullmastiff and how much he's eating. But an overweight dog doesn't just mean he's a little hefty. A few extra pounds on large frame dogs like the Bullmastiff puts a lot of extra pressure on his joints, meaning he might be more prone to joint conditions like arthritis or hip dysplasia. The best thing you can do: feed him based on his weight, not on his appetite. So, if you notice that your Bullmastiff is getting a little chunky, reduce his food intake every day and work on getting a little more daily exercise. We reached the end of our video today, in which we talked about the pros and cons of owning a Bullmastiff. Anything you want to add to our list? Tell us in the comments. If you find the information in our video helpful, please leave a subscribe, and maybe share it with your family and friends. Make sure the notification button is on so you'll be notified with new videos. Hope to see you in the next video.